good afternoon, good evening. I'm not sure which it is.
Either one works. How you doing?
Good.
Have a good weekend?
Yeah, Iowa State won. I didn't watch the game, so
You're smart.
I watched a bit, and then my wife walked in, and that was about when that flubbed kick punt thing happened, and she's like started screaming, and she's like, "This is why I can't watch sports."
Is she a Hawkeye fan?
No, we both went to Iowa State. So then she's like, "I'm gonna go work on the fence," and so then I thought, free labor on the fence. I can't pass that up, so we went outside and worked on the fence.
That first quarter, I thought we were gonna get hammered big time.
Yeah, Iowa didn't. From what I see, like stats and stuff, like I think that quarterback, you just gotta give him time. He's gotta get a little confidence, and then they need to, as always, adjust the play calling.
Yeah.
And as an outside observer, I'd say maybe Farron should retire, but that's.
I agree.
As an Iowa State fan, I like him staying. So, no. It's like, what pieces don't work, and it's like just make those adjustments, and then you have a rock star team.
But he's setting his way.
Yep.
We're gonna run that ball.
Well, and the whole we're gonna make you make the mistakes, and we're gonna pin you with the kicker, and we're all that all works, and that defense is strong, and there are a couple things, and the game could have gone the other direction. It wasn't a blowout game by any means, so I think people can take pride in that.
Yeah, it was close. That's main thing.
Yeah.
Point spread was covered.
Yep.
If you're a gambler, I didn't gamble.
Not a gambler, but good for those folks there.
I tell you what, that county made a lot of money that weekend.
With Fox and everyone, yeah. It sounds like this was one of the better game day experiences. That's just the online sentiment. I don't know. I like the old days when it was all parking lot and grass lots around there.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, they started whittling that back, and then now they got it all torn up and everything, and it's entirely different.
I like it when the old days when they had the stadium down by Dunkin' Donuts.
On the west side of the campus? Yeah. Those are the real old days.
Yeah.
Those pictures are cool when you see those, because they had the water tower in the background and everything,
It was fun to go to games back then.
Felt like it was a ag school a little bit, yeah.
But it was interesting. It was a good place to go.
Yeah.
Mom goes, we should probably just have a carpool next time. We could just take a carpool.
And,
So did we hear anything back from him on these?
Nope.
Okay.
Haven't seen him in town either. Wait, what?
The same, just the hearing
Kale?
today. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Haven't seen him either.
Well, crossing the I's, dotting the T's.
Yep.
Anything back from McFarland on that one?
Nope.
901, right? 901 Stanton.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think he was pretty happy with
Okay.
the decision.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he can't board anything up because somebody's in there. Seen a vehicle there. She's working on the outside of the house.
Oh.
Like, not on the house, but like she's cut those voluntary trees down.
So we have a trespasser that is
I love
evading different things.
Yeah.
It sounds like, I wonder if she's trying to argue, drawing a blank. What is it when you, adverse possession? When you pretend it's your property and then do a bunch of things to make it that way, and you hold it for a certain amount of time, and you can try to argue you have title, but I think IRA requires that you have to think that you have actual title. I don't think you can go in and trespass and do it.
Even if she's got her stuff in there.
Well, she knows she's not supposed to be in there.
Well, yeah. It's
There's,
not
I think
place.
Iowa's law is there has to be like a good faith component. So like, I thought this was, I owned up to the fence, my bad, but I own it now, kind of thing. Versus like, I know I don't own this, I'm gonna plant trees and put a tree house there or something, and make it mine. I don't know.
I don't know what his and her discussion was.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened between there, but I know I've seen a vehicle there.
Do you know her name?
Not all the time, but
Candy
Winger?
however you say her last name. It's not spelled with an I, it's spelled with an E.
Be interesting.
Wanger.
Wanger.
We could look in
I don't know.
a couple weeks and see if there's a eviction thing filed.
She was,
Because if he would have served something before the end of the month, assuming it's like a 30-day thing, then
If he did,
it'd be
yeah.
the end of this. So actually,
We'll
next month
find out,
he'd
because they're all
file.
supposed to be out of the apartment that they're in right now at the end of November.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll find out if they're actually gonna start staying down there or not.
in November.
Yeah,
Oh, God, Craig's being generous.
well, he told Robin, the one that actually has on the lease for the apartment, she had till November and she had to be out. Cause that's the end of her, I think that's the end of her lease, is November. So we'll find out, I guess,
Yeah.
cause they don't really have anywhere else to go that I know of. Cause Candy did have a trailer over in Grand Junction and she didn't pay the lot rent on it, so she lost the trailer.
Nobody's gonna show up, but where's everybody at?
Yeah, we don't have quorum.
I'll talk to Gail this afternoon. He's planning on being here.
We probably have a couple minutes, right? Oh, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
Well.
There's Gail.
Hey, everybody.
Oh,
Howdy. Abby still likes school.
Within reason, yeah, she cries every morning.
Why?
She misses me, so she cries every morning.
But she's okay when she gets to school.
She cries all the way to school, all the way for her first hour, and then she's fine.
Well, hopefully she can throw that up.
Right? So her teacher emailed me this week and she was like, I just thought I knew, she's crying every day. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So maybe we can just print off a picture of you and send it with her. I'm like of my face?
okay.
Your hand.
Yeah.
We'll call this meeting to order. Annette,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yep.
Gail.
Yep.
We hear about Kel Calder residence and business. And he did not show up for the third time. So, the next step is,
I guess we should probably introduce all the evidence into the record. So any pictures you have, the notices,
I'll have to print them off, yeah.
but we'll formally introduce those into the record.
Do you still have those pictures or not?
I
Did I
don't think I
take
have,
pictures of
I
those?
didn't have any of his property
Okay.
that you had sent at least. And then I guess the notices for this hearing and anything else like that would probably be introduced.
Okay.
So the evidence is introduced. Now what we need to do is,
Just discuss based on that evidence. So the cited violations are in the notices, which,
you want, you want to repeat the violations for me? I didn't bring his copy.
let's start with 701 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So So we have the nuisance ordinance, abandoned junk and vehicle ordinance, the lawn height ordinance, and weed ordinance, and then the general maintenance requirements, the building property code, there cited. Which then, the description of those items is the trailer with the Cushman, one other Cushman, in violation of the junk and abandoned vehicle ordinance, the extreme overgrowth of weeds, involuntary trees, and miscellaneous junk and rubbish on the property. So if we wanna go through each of those, or, if there's any, I guess,
This is
discussion,
really just
determination.
in addition to the last one, right?
This
Yeah.
is cleaning up, the
Yes.
error on the name and things like that, so,
Right.
yep,
Okay,
yep, so.
You-
So we have those cited ordinances in the, notice there, and then the description of it. So the council, since we're not really having a hearing, since he's not
Is the
here.
trailer still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
the trailer, what, I mean,
I don't think
the
he's done.
flatbed or camper trailer.
Oh,
The camper trailer's gone,
We didn't cite him on the camper.
no,
no.
that was
Okay.
somebody else's camper.
It's just the one trailer with the Cushman and then another Cushman.
But he took that Cushman off the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's how it was described here.
Well, it was on the trailer, yeah.
Yeah, so at the
This will
time,
involve all of the Cushmans.
Yeah,
No,
just the two that were cited.
just the
the
two
two.
that were cited.
Okay.
I did abate him when I sent out the letter for this meeting tonight. I abated him for the other two.
Okay,
so,
so we'll have to wait on those for the 30 days. You guys okay?
Yep.
Okay, I make a motion that we execute the,
Cleanup?
cleanup of his commercial property.
we, so,
Okay, so there's a motion,
I'll second.
second.
Ashley,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
And then in finding that, you find that those conditions exist, and what was described in the notice is as it is currently, aside from those, changes to
two.
where the Cushmans were and the ones that weren't described, so. We can put together, in our opinion on this, or decision, put together what things were found factually to be true, and so those are the things that he would contest. So what was described in the evidence is what will be put in there. But are there any other facts that the council used in reaching this decision, just to cite in there? So if you have anything else you relied on, we should probably mention that in the findings of facts. Doesn't make a lot of sense, I know.
there's some car doors in there, in the pile, in the tree brush and that, there are two of them in there.
Okay,
We can't see them from the road.
okay.
I think that just two, that we've had several complaints from neighbors as well that have been complaining about their weeds encroaching on their property. I know there's been several library patrons when they go to drop off books and things.
Yeah,
That,
we had a
you know.
lady, she's allergic to bees, and she had just about got stung that one time. And then,
When there used to be, I'm not sure, I haven't driven down that alley in a long time, but there used to be a very big bush right there at the end on his property. It's really hard to see coming out the end
I
to
think
see if
that's-
there's,
Oh, we took care of that. We
that's
did
went
you?
in
gone,
and did
that's
the-
gone.
I told you it's been a
Started the
long
work.
time, 'cause
Yeah.
It's been gone most of the summer. It's been, that bush has been gone
When
most
we
of
went in there.
Last
Yeah.
fall, or whenever that was, okay,
so,
okay.
The only observation from the home that I can get is that,
We're
There
not on
are-
that one yet.
we're not to there yet?
No, just
Okay.
Stanton right now.
Okay.
So anything else on Stanton? Okay,
oh,
so we have our marching orders there.
Okay,
Um,
perfect.
how
okay,
soon can we move forward with that?
so
Like
we'll,
with the cleanup?
yeah, so we'll give them the formal decision,
Send him a letter.
send them a letter saying what the council decided, saying who's here at the hearing and everything, and then those findings. And if he wants to appeal, he can, but his time for
Is up.
appealing here is up, at least with the council. So any appeal would be court action at this stage.
So we have to wait for him to get that letter, or we can start cleaning up?
I think you should be able to proceed
Go ahead, okay.
with the abatement, because he had the 30 days there, and
So we
Yeah,
can
more
get
than
the
that.
towing people in and
Mhm.
get them gone and,
yep, and there's the additional notices that have to be provided for all those things when the abatement actually occurs. So when the vehicles are towed, there's the,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
the notices.
Well, I'll never
that's
make that
yeah,
mistake
yeah.
again, oh my gosh.
But yeah, like the first time he gets a notice describing, these are the items that were towed, this is how you get them back. And there's other things mentioned in the ordinance there. The junk and abandoned vehicle ordinance is pretty specific about the different things that need included, and how that procedure works. But yeah, then we'll just see, I guess, what happens if he appeals. Okay.
Lincoln Street?
So we have essentially the same evidence of the notices and everything.
What is what was it cited as for Lincoln Street?
Well, we took out the junk shed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's nuisance ordinance, lawn height ordinance, and weed ordinance, and then the general maintenance or property maintenance ordinance.
The weeds, overgrowth of weeds, voluntary trees. Junk and rubbish throughout the
Sure.
property. And brush throughout the property.
Got, Steve got some stock tanks laying in the yard.
Junk and rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
well, wouldn't the shed go into the junk and rubbish?
So junk sheds have, I guess there's not really a definition of a junk shed in the code, so then it falls under structures. So then, you're either doing like condemnation, like what we did, with McFarland's property. So then you're citing the property maintenance code, or there's the dangerous building code, which has its own requirements and different factors for how a building would be considered dangerous or not. And then under both of those, it's considered a nuisance if it's not properly abated. But since the notice didn't have specificity, on how the junk shed was in violation, then I don't think it was sufficient
Okay.
to give him notice of that.
All right. I was just double checking.
Yeah. No, that's a good question.
So,
There are several feral cats living in that area of the back. They've got, when I walk the dog along the front, you have to walk around branches that are hanging out over the sidewalk. In the back, if you'll notice that the alley goes straight and then goes around his property because of the volunteer trees and shrubs and
just,
stuff that are growing out into the alley access. I would say that if you had someone from the telephone company that needed to get in there, or the power company, because there are overhead lines there,
yeah,
that it would be difficult.
Well, not only that, I don't know how Chad gets down it to plow.
He plows around it.
just.
Right.
Just,
But, I mean, that's gonna make it difficult for him to plow. And if we
It
wanna
is.
get people to get their cars off the streets, a lot of times it's in the back. Like in the back in the alley or what have you, like at my old house, that's where I parked, it was in the alley.
We've always plowed those alleys.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's gonna make it extremely difficult for him to plow.
but it's just,
Utility
Well, and it
access.
causes damage to our equipment too.
yeah,
Mhm. And there are a lot of rodents and feral cats back there, lots of them. That's why the cats are there.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, so, that's all good discussion, good evidence
And
there.
the roof hasn't been
fixed.
finished probably for 10 years. Started a metal roof and never finished it
On the shed or the house?
on the
House.
house.
Okay. Yeah, so that wasn't cited here, so that'd have to be a separate thing.
Could,
Let's see. I guess the lawn would be the one thing that he did abate, right, previously,
And they did cut some trees.
a month ago or something, yeah,
Yeah,
so,
but only in the driveway,
okay.
the ones along the side.
Yeah, the ones, in the alley, the 673 says that any shrubbery, brush, and other growth shall be kept trimmed, by the owner of the premises, in case of a street or alley, so as not to interfere with travel on the streets and sidewalks, so I think that covers that situation. Um, Okay, any other discussion?
Well, I have noticed that he has been mowing or having someone mow more frequently, but it's like they mow around his junk piles.
Mhm.
So there'll be like a path through his yard. It's not really just mowed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
well,
So, yeah, I think if you moved the junk, if there was still grass above 8 inches, that could probably be, mowed, or abated. Or the city could decide to give more time on that condition, if he has someone that's coming back regularly to mow and they catch on the
We
next
go in
time.
and clean up the brush and the weeds and trim the trees, maybe that would allow them to mow
To mow where.
what they need to mow, because they
Right.
don't wanna move that stuff,
well,
Right.
so.
Well, and even if you could put it all in one pile, so that there's not like 50 different piles,
Mhm.
as long as he doesn't go and move the 50 piles back.
it just all
Well,
needs
we're
to
The
in
go.
trees
Yeah.
are really overgrown a lot in that north of the house area. It would be difficult. It's gonna be work to clean it up because the trees need to be, they're all down close to the ground. And the weeds are growing up. It's hard to tell the difference between a weed and a branch. I would guess it hasn't been mowed for 5+ years or more in the
It
back.
would be hard to get a mower underneath of it if the
Yeah.
branches are down that.
And there are, the front has a retaining wall
It's falling apart.
that is falling over. And probably maybe 10 years ago, he or someone bought retaining block, I assume to replace that. And it has sat in the front yard in front of the retaining wall for that long. So, the retaining wall hasn't fallen over, but it probably will someday. Because it's leaning pretty good.
And even the wall on the south side of the property is leaning out.
That one too, yeah.
Yeah, so those weren't cited here,
Yeah.
so those would have to be
That's
separate,
just what we need to,
general observations.
general observations, just from my point of view.
Okay. Anything else?
Could we condemn it? The
Um,
way the way the property sits now, could we condemn it and tear it down?
that would have to be a separate finding,
Yeah.
the code official, so that's outside the purview of this hearing.
Yes.
Let's try and get the yard cleaned up first.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Okay.
Do we need to make a motion to execute?
On what action to take, whether to give more time, amend the, original order, or, proceed? There's
Well, I'll
probably
make
other
a
options.
motion then that we execute the abatement as stated.
I'll second.
Okay. Ashley,
Yep.
Nat,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
okay.
Okay, and then any other findings of facts, seems like we discussed it pretty extensively, but anything else that was relied upon?
I'll make a
Nothing, okay. Okay.
I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Me? Yep.
next one.
Yes. I don't know.
Okay,
Sorry, I thought you were asking me something.
no, Ashley,
Yes?
Annette,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Turn the page.
Coffee?
Good timing on that.
I tried to get a hold of you for fishing day because I forgot you existed.
So same kind of
That's messed
format
up.
as the last
So
one,
I
just
apologize.
probably
How'd you guys have to do for a turnout?
more formal.
Amazing.
Seemed like that was
Except for
kind
you
of formal,
weren't
but,
there.
I know, I felt bad. Ours was great.
I don't know.
We had
I
like,
cried a little
I
bit.
mean, it's just nuisance abatement, it should be more straightforward versus a building
That's
where you're
awesome.
citing things.
How many did you end up with?
I don't know, I don't count.
So we'll need to hire someone to
They come in and I'm like, here's your stuff, go, 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 go.
do it.
Well, I'm not wasting any time.
Yeah,
I,
do it, do it, do it.
no one has ever asked me and
yeah, I figured probably Monday I'm gonna start on corn.
How about those cyclones, huh?
That's what we were talking about before you got
you
here.
just have nothing better to do than run for school board.
That cost you a couple bets?
Nope, I didn't, I don't gamble.
Okay.
I
I saw that
I
and
don't
I'm
know.
like,
feel like my
Why
family
does he
has
have
vice
time?
issues, so I just don't wanna dabble in that, you know?
Gotta make time.
And it's all just a game on your phone, you know, anymore, and I know a lot of my buddies,
It was bad enough I pulled my kids.
crazy amounts of money, you know, that they put
Are
on
you,
that.
you doing fantasy football this year?
This first year I've actually done it.
I
My wife
actually
and I
put
got
mine
pulled
back
in on a
in.
league.
They were homeschooled and
So it was like half the people actually do it and half the people are like, I've never done this before. And so I just picked people that had cool names and weren't the Chiefs and,
right.
sorry.
Why do you hate me?
No, I used to like the Chiefs, and then they got, you know, everyone fell on the bandwagon, and it's just like,
You know
no.
who's gonna end up winning?
Exactly. Right.
My wife was in the fantasy football league about 5 years ago.
Yeah,
And she picked her picks because their uniforms look nice.
yeah, and you'll win.
And she won.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's like all these preseason stats. It's like you don't know.
She
You
never
know,
made
yeah.
a change, she never traded anybody, nothing.
Yeah,
Just sat with the same ones. And she won.
yeah. Last night I was thinking, is it A. Jones Senior, whoever one of the
Adam
Vikings
Jones.
running backs?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had him.
Good.
And I don't know anything about him. And he was supposed to get 11 points, 8 points, whatever it was, right? And then it's fourth quarter, and they're saying he'll get 4, maybe. And I thought, well, I'll probably bench him, and because some of the other guys are doing a little better, and I saw that there's 2 running backs for the Vikings that are going to equal time, so you're not going to get a lot of points. He's not a
Yeah.
good pick. And then
But
5 minutes later, open it back up, and it's like he's 13 points, projected to get 15 potentially. And I was like, okay, you kept your spot for a week. You'll stay in, you
I
know.
wonder who picked J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know.
I wouldn't have picked him.
For a little while the other day.
No.
As a
I mean, we
rookie?
had 10 people in our group, so there's some people that aren't going to be picked, right? So who do I have? Someone had, no, the person I was against had Josh Allen, and he got 70 or 80 points.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
he pounded
yeah.
it.
So, but I won, ended up winning. I'm trying to remember, the Broncos defense did double what they were supposed to.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, they're a good pick and they're
Crystal, where's
undervalued, I
chairs
thought. I can get it to load. I have Hurts and Love as QBs.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I thought they were both, I mean, can't go wrong probably. More chairs.
Okay,
Bus stop. Would be my guess.
Yep, that's a good guess. See, you're doing good, you should be gambling.
We actually were doing research on a very similar issue, so we had our clerk look into it too. So, kind of seems like we can't do anything right now, but we should. I mean, there's more to discuss.
From
but-
what I'm reading the expired agreements, it appears
I mean, that needs to get updated probably.
that, yeah,
That would be
that
mine,
they do.
because those are 5 years.
We are responsible, but we ceded the collection of fees to
Community center.
And
But I think we're responsible for providing
Uh-huh.
supervision.
so, yeah, let's see, so SCAB or whatever, right? That's distinct from the community center board,
Dad had that
right?
though
It's
when
not the
he
same
went.
members.
No.
That's what I thought, it was two separate entities, one's city and one's nonprofit.
Yeah.
Anything went over,
But both of them would be
cut it
more
right off.
the first
Like, well, I
parties to look
guess
into this, I would think.
If I
since
grow
they're
years,
two
that's how
more
you get
relevant to
over
the
it, I
contract.
guess. I don't know.
I would think so too.
Just start welding
But
and
people, yeah, we,
you don't
this
have
is
to
the first
worry
meeting
about
after everything,
failure.
so people wanna talk
Oh,
and
yeah.
learn, so.
What? No. What do you say? You'll tie it up and put it in a little bow like he does. Tell him to start welding more.
Oh, shoot.
Finds that the council should be
I
conclusive, and if a
messaged her.
nuisance
She
or
said
further
she was
condition is found to
coming.
exist, and shall be ordered abated within a time reasonable under the circumstances.
I don't know what to tell you.
So you just say this is the decision,
We're dismissing Dustin.
slap a time frame on that's reasonable for him to,
Who,
yeah,
for,
say this is the final decision. So I don't know when.
so we're not going into a, to
Well,
do
when
it?
did he appeal, I guess? Like how far into his 30 days did he do that?
The week before?
Week before it was out?
Mm-hmm.
So it might be reasonable to give him another week, you know, that's the rest of your 30 days to
Okay.
do it, I don't know. It just says, yeah,
Okay.
shall be ordered abated within a time reasonable in the circumstances.
So,
So you give him you say, this is the final decision,
okay.
you have more time to, you know, comply.
Fancy shoes there, Lisa.
I know, I'm gonna auction them off.
You left
Got her painted cross.
your dog at home alone?
Yeah, she has a crate for a reason.
I think this is the most people that have ever been here since.
Bear doesn't like to be alone.
I have had it, not the
Why?
2 o'clock in the morning is not good for him.
I
No.
have had one.
So,
You have
it's gonna
potty
be
training kind of
Interesting.
struggling, huh?
Yeah,
Doing great, and then all of a sudden,
if we're gonna have people
They
for
like a
public forum, it
routine.
might be good to have,
They really like a
no one
routine
sign up to talk.
and get them out of the routine and they
yeah, I
just-
mean, everyone's entitled to
they
speak.
freak out.
So,
But it might not be a bad idea to get a list, maybe, to get an order of who wants to speak. I don't know how we normally.
Only one person called to be on the
Okay.
open forum.
I mean, yeah, we'll have them go and then open it up, I guess, after that. We don't have meeting procedures, policies or anything to deal with that. I know some cities say you have to give a certain amount of
I
notice
just want
or
to make
get an
sure
order.
that our meeting
It needed to be,
doesn't
I
end
mean,
up
you know what I'm
with
saying?
contributions coming from the audience without being asked to contribute.
Yeah, so that's,
Jerry, and we need to be
that's the
very
chair.
So, yeah, there's
Because-
only one person that called for open forum,
yeah,
and that was Dawn.
yeah.
Nobody
But
else
people
asked.
can only speak during open forum unless, I guess, there's a question or something that the council directs towards someone.
We've just got to make sure, Jerry, they can't speak. And if you want me to jump up, I'll jump up and stand on the table. You
And-
can't do it.
Open forum, the council doesn't have to reply. It's a, thank you for your comment, if it, but it's not a back and forth unless it's something that, you know, it's gonna be questions. Yeah, yeah. Additional questions or things like that, yeah, but it's supposed to be, people can step up, give their comment, and then, you know, the council can follow up later, you know.
talk to you.
But
I guess I didn't print an agenda, but,
I have an extra.
okay. It's been a crazy day,
crazy week.
yeah.
Oh,
How's the baby?
She's hanging full.
time for number 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying.
I don't know if I can afford another one.
Oh,
One and done here. He's 31 now. It took Ed 4 times to realize he didn't need any more. I wondered how many he had. 4. And the youngest is 22, I think, 21. 21, 22. I think the oldest one's like 27. So he had boom, boom, boom.
Boy, I guess. Holy smokes.
The 2 youngest ones are a year and 1 week apart, exactly.
Wow, must have been a good week.
Oh my
You?
God, damn, you're dumb as hell.
I don't know what I'd do with all that. I'd go
He
nuts.
said at one time they had 3 in diapers.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the, would that be the 2080? No, the 2080 is between,
Us and,
City and school, I think.
That was
not
one.
the 2080,
2080 is
Is it?
between,
between the city and the community.
Oh, okay.
but it's the nonprofit side of the community center, not the community center board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it would still go to.
So like the funds there, the nonprofit side, right? They're the ones that collect all the funds for rentals currently, for everything else too.
Well, that 2080, we ceded responsibility.
Sort of operational control.
Yeah, operational control of collecting fees.
And then the community center board then oversees that process, which is overseeing this scab. And, yeah, and then the city oversees that. So that's kind of the confusing.
I just couldn't see where it says that the rental goes to them, or goes to the city.
Well, that's the 2080 says that the city is supposed to collect it, but then the city is agreeing that scab will collect that. Somewhere in here, I thought it said, the purpose of this agreement is to allow scab to collect funds such as the facility rentals, donations, grants,
I
etc.
don't think we
Oh, gotcha.
ceded responsibility for supervision.
No, it'd be, I mean,
this
you,
is
you
void.
appoint the community center board to, yeah, I mean, if this was all
I
in
mean,
place.
supervision
It's
of
not in
the
place.
stuff.
Oh.
We did
must
not
have.
cede that,
No, it's in there.
but we didn't cede it. I mean, it's our responsibility.
But it's, yeah, then it kind of falls on, it's, you know, the facilities managed by the community center board and SCAB.
Mhm.
So, it's a mess, you could say.
Yeah.
So new agreements need drawn up.
The agreement, bus, the city shall provide personnel to operate and supervise the bus operators pickup. And so I think it's our responsibility from the agreement.
That's void.
No,
5 years ago.
never renewed it.
There is no contract right now.
Yeah, the only thing that's still in place.
Time to start this.
You ready to get going here, Terry?
Yeah,
There was
It's 6:01, let's go.
this would be a discussion.
Call the meeting to order.
Because that was in perpetuity.
Okay, pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Dustin?
Yep.
Annette?
Yes.
Ashley? Gail?
Yes.
Okay. Approved consent agenda.
I have a couple of questions on monthly bills before we move on.
Okay,
Who's Baker and Taylor?
That's the library that they buy books from.
It's a library books? Okay, got it. and gotten that corrected for the negative balances or for the community center?
Nope, we're still working on it.
Still working on it?
Yep,
Okay,
and Melinda
got it.
have lots of appointments.
Good, okay. That's all I have.
Okay. Need a motion,
I make a motion.
second? Okay, Gail,
Yes.
Dustin?
Yep.
Annette?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Okay. Open forum and comments by council. Don, you ready?
I'm just gonna give a rundown about the bus stop, how it began and where we are today. So, way back in 2006, talks between the city and the school started, knowing that the school would potentially close. It was stated to close in 2007, but after talks and the interest that the city might have in the building, it was extended a year for the building to close in 2008. That was with Superintendent Mike Kluska. 2007, Tim Christensen came on. He was in support of all the prior talks we've had about what might come with the facility and the school closure. In 2008, the city signs a free lease with the building to do a trial run, and it was decided with the school and the city that we needed to have a bus location for the families. This was a decision that it came down to a bus stop. They actually wanted to start with a once-a-day activity shuttle, but with activities in the morning and the evenings, it was hard to decide when you would run that shuttle and when you could best benefit the most families. So that's why it turned into a bus stop. We felt that that would serve more families. I was still employed by the school, and I was hired by the school to be the monitor for the bus stop at that time. And we implemented some rules. There was behavior policies. So if students misbehaved at the bus stop, they would then get a bus violation. And that all people working at the bus stop must have a background check, which you would need since I was an employee of the school. But moving forward, that is how it would be as well. You must have a background check. We also decided that at that time that students, when they come to the bus stop, should not leave. Just as if when they come to the school, you don't just leave with anybody after school. That way we know where kids are. So if somebody would come to the bus stop and say, well, there's my friend, I'm gonna hitch a ride with them. No, we don't know who your friend is. And so that's where that came into play at the very beginning. We also decided that it was not a place for pets. In 2010, the city signed an agreement to purchase the building along with this is the beginning of the year, along with an agreement for the bus stop and for a gym use agreement. The bus stop, the school would pay $15 a day to have a bus stop here. And that $15 could go towards either the facility or for someone to monitor the bus stop. I just continued to do the bus stop, but as a volunteer. And everything else was still status quo. And this was a gentleman's agreement. It wasn't really put in writing, all the little, tiny little things, but there is a written agreement between the city and the school that it should be monitored and that students have access to the building for inclement weather or restroom facilities. There was always good collaboration with the school for many years. But over time, things changed, transportation directors, etc. So in 2022, Mr. Abbott became superintendent. I invited him over here. I showed him the bus stop. and I just went over things that we have been doing. He says, continue as status quo. If it's working, do it. I said, one thing we are having troubles with is the parking lot. I said, people are pulling in front of the bus to stop it. They are driving through where the kids are trying to play. And they even will drive up on the sidewalk on a cold day to drop the kids off right in front of the door because they don't want their child to walk. So that is where the map and the parking started, was with Mr. Abbott. He thought that that is a way to handle that situation. And it works well for most people. There are those that feel that doesn't apply to them. So, here we are, and I just want to tell about a few things over the years. We had an incident one time. When I got here, there was an individual in front of the building who I knew something was wrong. We went into lockdown. I started calling parents to help direct kids into the building. And we stayed in lockdown. That person ended up being on meth and tried to break into cars next door. So we've had incidents where it's nice to have someone here. We've had special needs students who have had trouble being in the general population, and come to find out they've had an IEP to ride the bus, and we've got them on a van, to ride the van, which meets their needs. We've ran a snack shack. The kids have learned to give back. If we have discipline problems, I just direct those to the principals of the buildings now, not to transportation directors. But what really irritates me is when people want to argue rules that are for the safety of the kids. And I'm a volunteer. I could have got paid for this. I chose not to. But it's ongoing. It's not the kids. It's parents and grandparents. And I'm sticking with the half hour. That is what is allowed for the bus stop. I'm not going to come early just because it's cold out. I do stay late sometimes. And when there's kids left behind after the bus leaves, sometimes I'm making phone calls if we can't figure out where that child goes. I don't have kids in the school district. I haven't had a child in the school district since 2012. I do this because I care about the kids, but I'm not going to tolerate people wanting to question things that we've always done. We send stuff out in the water bill.
Yep.
I put my phone number out there. If you have questions, by all means, call me. So I do think Mr. Abbott has said he will support what we have for rules. I do wish the school would inform their staff a little better about our bus stop. I did get a call one day, this is on the school side. I feel they should give the information out a little better, because they have a secretary, an elementary secretary called me one day and wondered where the bus stop was in Scranton. So that's disturbing. So I don't feel there is a lot of communication maybe on the school side passed down. But the community center board came after these agreements. Our first meeting, I looked it up, our very first meeting as a community center board was November 1st, 2010, which obviously school had already started by then. So, changes, fine, I don't care. If we still have a monitored bus stop, it doesn't matter to me. But we all have to be on the same page. We have to work together if this is what we want for the students. for them, not for our own personal reasons.
Thank you, Don. Okay. Anybody? Nope, nobody else signed up to say anything, so we'll go on, move on down the road.
We open it up for
Open it
everyone.
up for everyone.
Okay, open it up for everybody now.
So if you have something to say,
Say
probably
it.
stand up, but let's keep it orderly, maybe.
Or about 3 minutes long.
I was a bus stop kid like here in town from the day this building closed and before that. And if kids were misbehaving, it was handled. We all knew the expectations. We really appreciated it on the cold days and being able to grab a snack before school, because when you're a bus kid, you have to get to the bus stop early and sometimes you sleep in. But then also as a parent, like I would like to be able to have a safe place for my kid to go. So I just think that's something to keep in mind, is that there's future generations and working parents that need to drop the kids off at the bus stop. So I do think it's an absolute necessity to have in town. So whatever we need to do to be able to have it, like, that'd be great.
I can say that Dawn, my granddaughter had a little boy that was doing things that shouldn't have been done, and Dawn put a stop to it. If there hadn't have been a bus monitor here, it could have gotten a lot worse than it was.
And as a board member at the community center, I'm Jane Finch. I think it's an absolute wonderful asset for this town. And I think as adults, we should know when there's rules in place, that those are in place for the safety of the kids. And I really feel that Dawn doing her volunteer time, I don't know, there's 2 other people that do it also, but if you have a personal problem with Dawn, you don't need to bring things out at the school bus stop. If you breaking the rule or the what's in place, then that's on you. It's not on Dawn. Dawn's just trying to enforce what's been enforced. So I think everybody should abide by that. And if you don't, then you're gonna lose the asset of the bus stop. So I just think as a board member, we've had a few conversations about it, and it's never about the kids, it's about adults. So I think as adults, we need to be adulting and being good representatives to our children.
So when those parents are belligerent and they aren't following the rules or they're inconsiderate of you, then how is that situation approached at that time? I mean, do you call the police? Is there someone else in the city to call that you don't have to stand alone? Because you're not doing this anymore, right, Dawn? Are you done, or are you gonna come back if things get resolved, or?
If things can get worked out, I will come back. There's gotta be more of a system in place or something.
So what kind of support do you have when someone approaches you and they're inconsiderate and they know, and you ask them to abide the rules and they don't want to? So then what do you do at that point?
Well, and I think there's, other than maybe contacting the school or, just contacting law enforcement is here once in a while, and I tell them about situations. Sometimes they'll talk to
Too
me.
bad somebody can't be Johnny on the spot, you know what I mean? I mean, we're in a small town, so I'm trying, yeah, a resource officer, someone else that can come and back her up in a situation like that.
Yes, I feel like someone's actually something threatening you and causing problems, and the cops should be called on the spot, and they should be removed from the presence, and then ongoing. If they drop a child off there, maybe then they are allowed to drop their kid off, and they have to drive them to Jefferson. As a consequence of the adult's action, sucks it hurts the kid. but if we can't be adults and act like it, then unfortunately it affects the child, and you gotta make that drive then. And you're gonna be banned, but you can't be on the property then.
Earlier, when there was, Mark Kersey was transportation director, some students, if parents were non-compliant, he would just tell them they would just have to, keep their child in their car, at the curbside parking until the bus came. And the parents weren't allowed to come up to the bus stop. I don't have a lot of rules, or, well, I shouldn't say, there aren't a lot of rules. I don't just keep making up rules.
No.
It's, the kids know that I am very adamant about respecting each other, respecting the facilities, and just being kind to one another. And they know what I think about cussing.
No, he said it's not the kids, but
It's
I've heard that some kids aren't riding the bus anymore because of other kids.
Well, and I've had parents come to me and say they've had an issue when the kids are on the bus. Well, I'm not on the bus.
Right.
And so I tell them then, you need to speak with the bus driver, because I don't know what goes on the bus.
Yeah, you don't hop on the bus.
Yeah, I'm not on the bus riding with the kids. So once they step on the stairs of the bus,
That's done.
yeah, then it's the bus driver. I don't know what happens on the ride and back. So those are, so I've just had to, I've had to tell direct parents where to, maybe in which principal to call and have a conversation with their bus driver. Because I'm not on there. I don't know what happens on the bus.
But that just shows also, that the kids respect Dawn. So I would think as adults should be able to respect Dawn and the policies that are in place.
I know my grandchildren, 2 of them are no longer here, they've moved, but the ones that moved, my youngest one looked forward to coming in and seeing Dawn every day. I would say, it's time to go to the bus, and she would get excited, she was going to go see Dawn this morning. Or I would say, pick her up, and she would make sure she said goodbye to Dawn every day.
And I have had a parent call me with a younger student before. They needed to get to, parent had just gotten custody of their kids, was going to some counseling, needed to leave a little early. And these kids were pre-K kids. I came early that day for that, because those kids, don't need those kids unattended before I get there. So I have come in early before, if there's a situation like that. The kids do enjoy the game room. I know Tammy can attest to that. Her grandson was quite the pusher. Calling break as he runs up the stairs.
Any more questions?
I think that it's important that we remember we need to have a monitor here. And the rules have to be followed. Maybe we need to post them on a page and make sure that people are understanding that they are there. But not only for the safety of our kids, but for the safety of our city. If we don't have a monitor and one of these kids get hurt, then the city is responsible.
And
Who wants
there's
to take your
times,
kids
it's
to
hard
school?
when, you got kids in the building and you're trying to watch outside, so it's a balance. Sometimes things get missed, but when it's colder weather and you got kids inside, you got kids coming, it's, trying to watch with one person. And you're trying, constantly.
Does there need to be like signage posted? You can go somewhere and it would say, dogs are allowed, but they must be on the leash, or different places where there's signage. And maybe when you have someone that's breaking the rules, say, come on over here, these are the rules. And so if they have a visual in front of them that they can, oh, I didn't know that, or something, but now you do, because it's posted.
And of course, you have to remember that, it's not that you can't be in the parking lot. There's no driving, entering and exiting that half hour, morning and night. Because the problem we had, especially at night, kids are getting off the bus, both buses don't pull in at the same time. Well, somebody's in the parking lot, they got their kid, they're pulling out, and other kids are just, if you've ever seen them get off the bus, they're like letting ants out of a jar.
Yeah.
And it's just, you don't want a situation where somebody runs behind a car because they're just trying to get out there. So if you want to park in that parking lot, we suggest the south half of the parking lot. But get there before the time and just stay there until buses have departed. We do have events here through the week. We try to monitor, there are times that the community center's rented. We try to make sure that they are here, they know the times. Sometimes school gets out early, sometimes school starts late. So you have to adjust the time. So, the sign might have to be general, like during bus stop. But
Yeah, right.
because the times might change, if you have a snowstorm or whatever, so that might be tricky. So that's why we say adjust times accordingly.
Whose responsibility is it for a child if they get hurt on getting onto the bus? Is it the town's responsibility? Is it the school responsibility?
You mean climbing on board the bus?
If they get hurt
While
before
they're here at the
school,
bus stop.
yeah, for the bus stop
That's,
or community center, who's,
Well, I would think since the school is paying,
They're a renter.
they're
Just like-
renting it, that would be, they
But-
want that facility, so shouldn't it be their responsibility?
but it is the
But people-
town that.
But people rent the facility.
City property.
Yes, it's city property.
It's city property. so
It's
people
city
still
property,
do rent it,
so-
Well, they probably got insurance on it, you gotta have. So,
So why can't the school, the city council, and the community center all get together and make the solid rules, post them, put them on Facebook, send them out to every family? And get this resolved.
but we've had a good system. This,
Jerry, we're gonna discuss it.
we've had,
Can't discuss it.
Can't discuss it, they're in open forum.
it's coming up.
okay.
But doesn't that make sense, all three get together, because everybody is a little bit of part of this?
It does, I mean, that would be one way to handle it, I mean. There are lots of ways it can be handled, but I do, like I said, feel that we have to have some kind of a monitor here. Whether it's somebody that the city's paying, whether it's somebody the school's paying, not only for the safety of our kids, but for the safety of the town.
And if there's rules for that, then everybody's safe. You have to look at it that way as well. All of you are safe that way. It's not, and then you also need who to be responsible to. Who is Dawn going to call to say, hey, there's something going on? Or I need help up here.
And maybe we can talk to the police department or sheriff's office and make sure that he's in town while the buses are picking up and letting go.
She needs to feel safe.
They
and
don't
she
have
needs to feel
enough
supported.
sheriffs on
Well, they're
duty.
supposed to come to
They
the
don't have
town.
enough sheriffs in the department.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. We'll just check into some things and get back.
When are you gonna get back to us about this?
Well, sometime-
The agenda.
It's on our agenda,
It's
we're
on our
gonna
agenda.
discuss it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Marcus,
Okay, so water department, all of our monthly reports have been done. The bacteria and fluoride samples are finished. We just got done flushing hydrants today across town. About 104,000 gallons were used, so good amount. And then, so 1002 Maple, we just found this out, but they had a water leak going on, and I was over there, you know, turning the water on so they can check it and everything. And we found out that the only thing that's been metered in that house is the kitchen sink. So
Wow.
the toilet, the shower, the kitchen, or the bathroom sink, and then their outside spigot have all been before the meter for however long, we're not sure.
Wow.
So,
Free, that for all of us.
they said something about it being so old it was grandfathered in. I have no idea what that means.
No, I
I
don't,
don't think that.
I don't think that's a thing.
And that's what I thought, so I was telling them when I was there that we're probably gonna have to have a meter put in before they can get turned on and figure all that out, get that resolved before they can have the water back on. But yeah, this is a lot of water apparently. So for wastewater, our reports there are done. We have our last round of E. coli coming up next month. And then we should be pulling the lights out after that. Other than that, we just spent some time today and yesterday cleaning it up. Got a bunch of weeds pulled out of the Sagers. The pond's been, or the lagoons have been pretty good. Haven't had any weeds really too bad this year. Streets, we just got done spraying all the streets. Hopefully, with the colder weather coming up, well, except for the rest of this week, after that, our mowing slows down and we don't have to spend all week multiple mowing some spots. It was pretty rough this year. Other than that, we have the potholes. The pothole guy was just here, filled in everything. So we had a sinkhole over on 8th Street where it met Kendrick. We found an old beehive down over there. So we had looked at. That apparently runs down Kendrick all the way up to the block by 9th Street and across the street from where the new greenhouse was just built. So we're currently talking with Pinball, trying to figure out a bid to get a drain put in over there to help with the drainage over on that lot.
Where did that go going south, Marcus? Did it just end there?
Yeah, it was just,
The tile just ended there?
well, it went over to 9th Street, which is the block up.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, that was just, as far as we could tell, that's as far as we got. That was just the end of it.
We didn't have any evidence on any maps that we had
No.
that that was our tile.
We've had some stuff mapped before, but I mean, there are some things we have been finding that haven't been on maps, so, yeah.
It's kind of like a farm tile, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it
It's-
wasn't super raised up, but it will look like an old one. And then we just had MVP here do a bunch of camera and jetting, and on Main Street, the main tile that goes up the road, we just found, like, it's kind of on the corner on Jefferson Street, that a good chunk of it has been collapsed underground over there, the storm tile, and we're probably gonna have to dig that up and get that figured out, because
Main and Jefferson?
yeah, Main and Jefferson, the corner. Because we were going up that to look and see where we had jetted the storm at one point. That drain, the block we just did on Main Street, there's a drain over there that never really drains very well. We know there's a problem over there because we ran a jet and water shot out of the ground. We didn't even make it that far, so there's quite a few problems on that block, it looks like, so we're gonna be having to dig that up. But other than that, just for the parks, I mean, like I said, hopefully mowing and slowing down, and then we're gonna be closing the restrooms next month, so that should be it.
Okay. Any questions for him?
Solar lights, I hear they don't fit on,
Yeah,
that were
so-
bought.
The bracket for them is not gonna work. It's, the way it is, it goes, there's a bar that comes out, and it's like a square bracket. It's nowhere near wide enough to go around the post on there. And if we wanted it behind it, there wasn't gonna be a place to put it. It wouldn't have fit on there very well. And then,
If- if I figured out or built the bracket for it, or my wife built the bracket for it,
We would have to have a post and a bracket. So the post itself only goes up so high, and then the frame comes out and connects to the back of the backboard. And that is what raises it up and down. So there's a huge gap behind it that there's not really a place to put the bracket. And if we did and had it behind the hoop, we're worried that it's either gonna get busted by a basketball or it'll blind you looking at it, because it's gonna be right where the hoop is.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so,
Together we'll figure it out.
see, the only thing I can think of with those ones, if we wanted to use those ones, we'd have to put them not behind the hoops, but off to the sides and build a post and all
Don't
that.
worry, we'll get it.
Can you ask Chad if he has my Christmas tree picked out yet?
We got one left at the park. So that's the last one. After that, we'll have to figure out something.
All right, I'm excited.
Yep, still, hopefully it'll go as smooth as the last one went.
Right, that one was amazing.
Any other?
Good job, Marcus.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Library board.
So it's our librarian Tammy, she's been with us 3 years, so she's having an open house Friday and Saturday. If anybody wants to stop in and say hi, she's making cookies. And then we have tons of things planned for September, so please check that out as the month goes along. Other than that, we still have a full board and nothing else to report.
Did you say cookies will be there?
Yeah, she was gonna make cookies.
Just checking.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't went in and looked at the craft cupboard that they got in, it is pretty amazing. My kids love it.
Okay, thank you. Don?
I'm not sure if Crystal got the report printed.
I did, sorry.
I went to print it.
I haven't gotten that far.
I went to print it out. But anyway, and I think, I wasn't here last month.
No.
Don't think that was right. So that's.
Don't take it.
It's 2 months. She's talking.
Activities are free, as usual, you know, fishing, indoor pickleball, and morning exercise, things like that. We have started on the demolition on the top floor. We had a really good work day, about mid-August, we're gonna
That's
do
it.
another work day, and, we did kind of tear into the, it's just kind of fun, neat how what you find, because, for most of us, and what's going on up there, but, so anyway, the wall we're pouring to now, there's some glass up above, there was inside the wall, so I'm not sure how that was at one time, but anyway, so we're still in the tear out process. We're, hoping to get something put together here in the next couple of weeks for another work session and get that finished up, so that the new work can begin.
And we'll be waiting for all of you to be helping us to volunteer.
We really had a good time. I mean, it was actually kind of fun.
You found the vote for.
Yeah, behind the Baltimore, we found this little sign that says, vote for,
Somebody from class president.
yeah, or be
Looked
something
like from
else. Yeah,
from the
or-
70s.
Yeah, so,
Dude, send out a
yeah,
mass email
we
or
found some pretty
something.
neat paint
I
schemes
didn't get an
too.
email.
Yeah.
All of them. I was
What's-
gonna come and then I
Don,
got
what's
saw
missing on the
pictures.
generator?
So they got the stack in.
Okay,
Now, so now that the stack's in, I think we've been through all of our inspections on the electrical side. So now I think it's, Jeremy, the electrician, just has to come back over and once we get fuel in it, I think we can fire it up
okay.
and get, with the, timer set. I think we're gonna have it run like every Monday morning early. It'll run, you know, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever. Every week it'll kick on, so we'll probably try to do that like a early morning time around. Hopefully it's,
Good, that'd be great.
shouldn't be too loud. If it is, we'll certainly adjust that. We'll check with people, but yeah, so it's very close.
Good.
Yeah, Grow Green is doing a tour on Friday, so we come around with the project. City's done, with the money and the community center and everybody else, so,
Great.
yeah, so.
you're tearing stuff apart upstairs, getting rid of stuff, what's going in, what's the update?
Well, we're just changing what some doorways are, so essentially when it's done, when you come up the stairs to nowhere will disappear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was kind of cute, I use them all the time.
Well, we want it, eventually then, so we can put in some sort of a handicap ramp, so
Okay,
those have to,
okay.
those have to come out. So essentially, when you come up the stairs, there's gonna be 3 rooms upstairs. But the way it is now, you really can't do crowd control, so to speak. So there'll be a hallway, and then whatever room you're renting or using, then the other rooms can be locked.
Okay.
And since the restroom would have the hall access, so it doesn't matter then which room you rent, you'll still have room or have access to the restroom, you'll also have access to the cafeteria. So it's more about just making it a little more secure because we're gonna make another, the one room's gonna be kind of like another smaller meeting room or rental room for a smaller group of people. Maybe you don't have that many in your group, you know, just get together. It's another option,
Nice, okay.
another option for people. And where it's located, we could actually have 2 rentals going at the same time, like 2 graduation parties or something. They could use different accesses, and the one wouldn't be directly above the other, so you wouldn't have the noise situation as well either. So, yeah.
There would still be the open area for the activity room.
Well, there'll be a wall there, so that the game room can be locked up.
Okay.
Yeah. And insulating, things like that, trying to make it more energy efficient. Replacing the windows, those windows that are up there are the windows when they bricked up the windows back in the 70s. So they're due. Yeah, they're due. Some of them don't crank out. Gotta push them back in from the outside, so don't crank them out. So, yeah, but so I'll be posting on the community center page when our next work session will be, so if you'd like, we just ask you to sign a volunteer waiver form, in case anything happens, and,
Great.
Thank you.
Don.
Parks, nothing? Okay, business items. Bus stop.
Hi. So I think my biggest concern was just obviously that we didn't have Dawn. I think we need a bus monitor. In our agreement, it says that we will have a city personnel to operate and supervise the bus stop during pickup. I know that we do not currently have an operating bus agreement. So we need to get one that is current because it ran out in 2020 with everything else that happened in 2020. Things got lost and didn't get done. So we need a new one, but obviously it's between City of Scranton and Jefferson. So it's up to us to make sure that this happens. Without a bus stop, everybody in Scranton has to take their kids to Jefferson. And I can tell you, I can't afford to take my kids to Jefferson every day and drop them off and bring them back. It says here that we have to provide personnel. I personally enjoy the fact that Dawn's here, volunteers. I know that it was brought up that the community center gets the money. I don't really care who gets paid for it. Really don't.
Why does the community center get the money?
because they're using the facility.
Okay. I know people were asking me.
Right, well,
They're
and
using the facility.
quite honestly, if Dawn is the one that's majority doing it, she should decide where the money gets put.
And it was set up that way just because they're parking at the community center.
Yeah.
Using the facility, so that's why the money's
Right.
there.
So that, to me, that was never an issue.
it's not the issue. The issue is, Don came to us a while ago with all the bus rules that the community center had written up and said, these are the rules. I need you guys to stand behind the rules and agree to the rules. We all said, yep, we're gonna agree to the rules, we're gonna stand by the rules. So if that's the case, we need to agree to the rules and stand by the rules. So,
What rules are you talking about?
the rules of no pets,
The bus stop rules that
The
were
bus
sent
stop
out, the
rules.
water bills.
the,
Are they published anywhere?
they're on Facebook, I don't know, we published them on our website, or on, not our website, but Facebook, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't think so, I put it in the
They're
newsletter,
in
or in the
the
water.
water bill.
It's in the water bill.
Everybody
They're
got
on the community center's thing. They're on my community center, or
I don't-
Scranton, Iowa.
But there's no other public place, just your private place, right?
it.
Okay.
Public, online, whatever, but as far as a physical sign outside, there's not one, which,
Does the school publish anything?
No,
No.
Okay.
because I called over to get the contract, and it took about 2 days to get it finally.
Well, I'm sure it's the same one that Crystal gave us.
It's old. So,
Right. So like I said, I think the first step is just getting us a new contract.
yeah,
But maybe we need to get a better contract that maybe stipulates some better rules, maybe some better,
well,
I don't know, enforcement of said rules.
I really don't understand. Maybe you guys can help me. Under the original agreement, we rented the bus stop, meaning the city rented the bus stop to the school, correct?
The first one?
They
The
pay-
one
That's-
that is,
they pay us,
that is dated
The
9th
school
day of
rents
March,
it, yeah.
2011.
Yes, that is an agreement.
We rented the bus stop to them. And there were certain things that they were to provide, and certain things that we were to provide. We were to provide personnel to operate and supervise the bus stop
Correct.
during pickup. That's all it says, during pickup.
yeah.
And they were to provide insurance for the, whatever personnel did that. Is that, am I correct in that? In exchange, they got to use the bus stop on our property. And they described that property as right out there. So these are their kids that they are responsible for, and they're showing this with the insurance, I assume. They feel they're responsible for these kids. But we're also responsible, because it's our property.
Correct.
They are indemnifying us.
That's what the next
They're
paragraph says.
indemnifying us against all loss, cost, damage, and expenses, including attorney fees occasioned by or arising out of any accident or other occurrence causing or inflicting injury or damage to any person or property happening or done in or on about the bus stop, due directly or indirectly to the use thereof. So who's responsible? That's my question. Who's responsible?
I would say,
Well, as of right now, we are, because we don't have a contract.
no.
Correct, I understand that.
Yeah.
But with this contract, it appears they've got some responsibility too, the school. So if we renew this contract, that still leaves me out in limbo, saying who's responsible? We're responsible for providing personnel to operate and supervise the bus stop during pickup. That's all this thing says.
Yeah.
But they're responsible if something goes wrong. That's the way I read it. So when this contract is rewritten, how do we rewrite it? Do we want to take all responsibility for those kids before they board that bus? I don't know if we should. Should we be responsible? Absolutely. But so should the school.
But
So we got some talking to do,
Yeah,
folks.
I feel like we need to have a meet with the school
Yeah, I
and the
agree.
community center
get it.
and the city council.
Yep. All three sit down or at least a representative from
Yeah.
all three.
Right,
Sit down and come up with something that works for everybody, so that we know that whoever supervises this thing knows who they are to call for immediate assistance, when to call law enforcement,
yeah,
and should we be required to have signs up? I'm starting to think we are, because apparently the problem isn't the kids.
no,
Problem are the parents. And part of that is lack of communication, because nobody knows who's in charge. It's just that we've had a good soul who has taken
right, exactly.
that responsibility with no pay, no nothing.
Right.
And she also takes abuse from it.
Yep,
And that's gotta stop.
I agree.
And it can't stop until the three entities involved sit down and we figure out who's on first, who's on second, and who's on third. So I would recommend that as a council, that we send a request to the community center board for a representative. We send a request to the school for a representative to meet with our council and come up with a solution.
Right,
So, okay. Need a motion on that?
I'll make the motion to approve having a meeting with the community center, the Greene County School, and the city of Scranton to come up with a solution for this issue.
I also think Dawn needs to be there, if she's
She-
not
She'll
already
be,
the
she'll be
representative.
representing the community center, definitely.
Then I
I'll second.
Okay, Gail,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Do we need our attorney there?
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm fine with because they'll probably have their attorney.
They'll have their
Yeah.
representative.
Just to get the notes on everything, and we'll be.
Okay. Okay, CD renewal. That time went fast.
Sure did.
We have rates,
Yep.
the one you sent. Okay.
After the bus stop stuff, I put them in order this time,
I got it.
whether
I
you
know.
did or not. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I thought you were getting it done.
6
No,
months
they're
is,
You said they were in there.
Okay, so you did put them
Are we talking about the CD that is the water department?
no,
Which one are we talking about?
the one every 6 months we've been renewing.
Oh, we've been renewing it every 6 months? Okay.
All right,
I seem safe for 6
There
months,
we-
that's what I would think.
it's through the bank here in town.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would stick with 6 months,
3.8,
has the best rate.
yeah,
I agree.
I make a motion to stick with 6 months.
okay.
I'll second.
Okay.
I don't know
Gail,
if this is kind of off topic, but it's still CD. We also have the library that has a substantial
That's-
amount
that's
of money.
It's coming up.
it's coming up and down.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's on the agenda.
Thanks for
Oh,
coming.
excuse me.
Good luck. Good luck.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Your mind off.
Okay.
Okay.
Running for,
Annette,
yes, school board.
Dustin,
Yep.
Ashley,
Yep.
Gail,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Approval of the COG housing donation of $500.
I make a motion that we give them $500.
What is the COG housing thingy?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Council of Governments Housing.
We've gotten money from them years back for helping on houses in town.
So do they just fix houses? Is that what they do?
What?
Do they fix houses? Is that what they do
Yeah, like,
around
well,
town?
Billy Bennett, whatever his last name. He
They
was
just-
down here, but they put siding on it, fixed his bathroom, and made his house look a lot better than what it
Is
was.
that what they did to the house that's like 2 doors down from me?
I don't know.
I second.
No,
I thought that's what it
That's where we
was.
get the demolition money from, too.
Okay, I thought that's what it was.
Yep.
I second.
Okay. You made the motion?
Yes,
Yep.
I made the motion.
Who seconded it?
I did.
Okay, Ashley did. Okay, Annette,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yep.
Ashley.
Yep.
And Gail.
Yes.
EO2Y25 report.
End of the year.
This is end of year report.
The changes that had to be.
Changes that have to be made. Yeah.
Is there some sort of explanation that you could,
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's a lot of tiny words that are turned sideways.
Approving the end of the year.
And the explanations are in the account.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
We knew there was going to be a lot of these.
Actually, I'm getting better and better.
I know
This is the
you are.
smallest report we've ever had.
But I'm saying that these are going back quite a ways, long before you.
Mm-hmm.
So are these just like moved into the wrong,
Yes.
put into the wrong fund?
Yep.
Okay, so we've already approved them, they're just moving them into a different
To
fund?
the correct, which, they're not some of them are technically are, but aren't. It's just, it looks better for auditor if it's in this specific spot, is what me and Melinda do at the end of the
Okay,
year.
I'll make a motion to approve the end of year 2025 report.
I will second.
Okay. Gail,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
Ashley.
Yep.
Okay,
All right, Gail, here's your library.
yep.
Oh, that's just funds, that's not their CD.
Oh, okay, well, whatever.
Resolution to move from general fund to the library, annual
This
library
comes from
support.
general.
Yeah, 8,700
Library fund.
This is what they
And
ask for every year on
Yep.
there.
and 9,500 general library fund.
We've already passed the 9,500.
So my question is, why do we have
We
two?
just need to move the money there.
Because, it slipped through and didn't get put in at the end of last year, so we put it in, and then we just went ahead and did this year's,
At the
Now.
same time.
budget into it now, what
Okay.
we approved.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Okay, Annette,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yep.
Gail,
Yes.
Dustin.
Yep.
I figured that's what it was.
Okay,
Is this where I talk about, now can I talk about their CD, their,
It's not on the agenda.
no,
okay.
okay. Nikki Thomas resigned from the council.
I didn't know if that needed to be on the agenda or not.
Do we have
Probably
to
good
accept
for
it?
notice.
Do we have to accept it, or just,
It is what it is.
it is what it is?
Yeah, you can't make her
Can't deny it.
serve, right?
Can't be like,
Calling her up.
Not
where you
sorry.
at?
But yeah, it's probably good to include it in the minutes. And
I
should-
am in contact with the courthouse to see if we can add this to the ballot, since the ballot isn't closed.
that would be super nice.
So she's gonna look into it and get back with me, so hopefully tomorrow I'll hear back
Yeah,
about
that would be
that.
really,
Otherwise,
really nice.
we'd have to publish it,
And then have a
and
special
people can
election.
write a letter
Yeah,
if they wanna run.
That would be great. Just
So,
put it
that would
right
be
in.
ideal.
Is it the 18th, right? Or I think it's the.
23rd is when the last day you
Okay.
can turn in. 23rd or 28th.
23rd's the last date, you can turn your papers in.
Do you want me to go around and get your signature?
That's all right. No, don't you dare.
We'll
I mean,
fill
I
the paper
could.
out.
I
You just gotta
just-
go turn it in and sign.
You
Don't
just
you
have
dare.
to sign it, I would turn it in for you.
He has to sign in
I'm
front
gonna
of a
cut my
notary.
hands off, I can't sign.
I could take you to the bank, they have notaries.
Okay, need a motion to adjourn.
I didn't make a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
Annette,
Yes,
Dustin,
Yep.
Gail,
yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Ashley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Crystal, I have a question.
What?
Is it us or the library that can move their money around in their money market?
Does.
We have to approve, I believe we have to approve it.
It has to be approved by us, but isn't that their decision whether to move it or not?
I'd have to look into,
No, it can't be.
I'd have to look into that.
I'm pretty sure that it's their decision because it's their money. We don't control their money.
Well, we went all through this, 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago.
Huh?
That money is,
They can't do it themselves. We have to do it for them.
that is correct.
But we cannot decide what to do with their money.
That's not true.
That's very true.
It is very true.
No, it's not. No, it's
With the
not.
library, it is very true.
I wonder, I'll look into it.
I'll tell you what, if you will find something that tells
Talk
me
to
I'm
Tammy.
wrong, I will admit it from day one all the way.
I'll look into it,
All right, I'll
yeah.
talk to
But I
Tammy.
don't believe that's true
I'll
because
talk
it's a
to
city.
Tammy.
It's a city entity.
Whatever they use the funds for, I don't care. Tammy can't call me like, hey, move money. I have to.
No,
Chris Where they do the money, that's their
No,
own.
Tammy can't do that because it's technically the city's
Yeah, that's
property.
what I was saying, yeah, she
But the
can't call me and I
city
won't do it for her.
itself can't do anything with the city, with the library's property,
correct.
because inside the library, it's its own protection.
I think we went over this during budget,
Yeah,
Right,
because we could cut what the city gives to them, but not
Right.
what they need to spend.
right.
That's
So
correct.
I'm pretty, yeah.
But the funds
So
are
I can talk to Tammy
not.
and have her double check with the
They
library,
can't spend money
the head
out
of
of that
the
account
lady. 'Cause I'm-
without council approval.
Actually, didn't you when you were a librarian, didn't you?
I had
Spend money
I
without
had
the
control
council
of the money market when I was head of the library. And the council could not tell me what to do with the money market, but I could not spend the money market without coming to the library, or to the city council.
that's the, meeting's over.
Yep.
So I'll check with Tammy.
Miss Ashley.
Yes, sir.
Wow, formal.
Well, I tried to. I don't know you that well, so I was trying to be nice.
Why I'm coming to talk to you is,
Okay.
what are the chances, because I'm running for mayor,
Yes.
no one knows me,
Okay.
can you, I already sent a message to Sweet Treats to see if it would be okay. Have not heard back. I don't.
Don't control sweet treats.
Well, no, but
Okay.
for you to put a post on the Scranton page
Okay. I
saying
could do that. I do
You know,
control that.
the, mayor nominee, mayor, whatever, is gonna be up at Sweet Treats the next 2 Wednesdays from 4 to 5, because I also have fire training in Jefferson
Okay.
Wednesdays.
You're a fireman?
I am,
I did not know this.
in Jefferson.
That is amazing.
I have
Why aren't you
been,
over here?
Scab should probably be.
ask him, ask everybody over there, cause I've went up there twice now to try to get on, cause I live a half a block
Yeah,
away.
that's frustrating. Can you be on both?
Yes, I have Jack's approval to be on this one, if they were to allow me to be on it.
So you can physically serve both at the same time?
Yes,
Okay,
but,
I didn't
so,
know.
my priority would be to Jefferson, because that's where so I moved here in 2012. Yes, I moved here in 2012. I'm originally from Wisconsin. But I joined the fire department in 2013 in Jefferson, because that's where I was living. My son's mom and I, we moved to Wisconsin for 7 months, because that's where my parents still are. Thought they needed more help than what they did, and move up there, and they don't need help all of a sudden. I'm like,
That's
why is
frustrating.
it every weekend I come up here and you have something for me to do? I move up here, you have nothing for me to do. So we moved back here. When we moved back, there was nothing available. No houses to buy, no houses to rent, nothing. So we lived with her mom and stepdad over here on Eagle Street until the house I am in now came open from Craig. So then I moved in there. And when I moved back, I got a hold of Jack. I was like, look, here's the thing. There's nothing for rent. There's nothing open. I'm living in Scranton. What's the chances I can get back on? He goes, I'll bring it up, but I'm pretty sure there won't be a problem, because, hell, I don't even think your stuff's moved. Sure shit, it didn't.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, I asked Jack, I was like, so since I live over there, would you be okay with me joining Scranton's fire department? He goes, I don't give a shit. I go, and I'm a straightforward, unsugarcoated kind of guy, obviously. I was like, look, I know my priority will be with Jefferson. So if they both get paged out, I would go to Jefferson's side. He goes, yeah. I said, okay. So I went to Gibson that lives out on Old 30 here with the heifers.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just,
I have
I
no
need to know who you are.
I'm Steve Scheffler.
Steve Scheffler.
I am. Co-owner of Blue Collar Lawn Care.
I've heard that name before.
I hope in a good way, not a bad way.
I just heard Scheffler before. From here? You live here?
I do now, yes. I've been here, well, I live at 902 Main, right next to Connie Spalding. I've been in that house 5 years.
Oh, the yellow
The
house.
big yellow house.
Oh, okay, okay.
Got a big dog.
You can't miss the big brown horse out in the yard.
Okay.
She sounds like a tiger sometimes.
2010.
So,
Didn't you help her with her garage?
yes, ma'am, with Terry Becker. As soon as you said that, I was like, yes, you have a green roof.
Yes, okay, so see, I had heard of you before.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
But anyway, I was gonna try to do a meet and greet because obviously nobody knows who I am.
Right.
Kind of hard to vote for somebody if you don't know who they are.
I think, I'm trying to talk Tammy into doing a library program as well. My sister Wendy, she used to be the old librarian. And they did, like a question and answer session up at the library.
Or up there, or
Yeah, but tomorrow in school.
But for tomorrow, that's
With like all of the prospective candidates for mayor and city council, so that people could get to know them and, you know, answer some questions about Scranton and, you know, what's important to you and what have you. So I'm hoping that she takes my advice because I find it super important
right.
to know who you're gonna vote for and if that person is, you know, mayor worthy.
Well, since Jason McDowell just called me today because he's running for mayor of Junction, and he said he was just up to the courthouse, I don't know, last couple days or whatever. He goes, I'm still the only one running so far, so. People are gonna be like,
I've
who is
heard
this
like
guy?
4 other people that said that they were gonna run, but I also heard that they were gonna then just run for city council. And I said, you know, honestly, city council is not a bad place to start.
Right.
Just because especially if you don't know how the city runs, it's really hard to just jump in as mayor,
Right.
you know? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I have never been mayor. But I can tell you, I call the mayor a lot.
Are you gonna run?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just trying to watch out for our behind.
But I do call the mayor a lot, and I'm like, listen, there's a dog and it's annoying me, or it's growling at my mother and my kids. Do something about it, because the police department won't do anything unless the mayor does something. Or,
and-
you know, which is stupid,
It is.
but I call the police department and they say, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do, call your mayor. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna,
There's enough not on duty. or
I'm
we
like,
don't have enough.
I'm gonna
So-
bother Jerry, and Jerry's gonna call you and tell you the same thing.
So unless they're, for lack of better terms, kicking in doors, there's 2 deputies on daytime and nighttime. Now, there are times where Jack will have more on duty, like if they're doing a raid. There'll be 5, 6 deputies on. Both PD and sheriff's office are fully staffed right now.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Good.
So, they actually just got a new one. Oh, Larry Rogers, I think he's been on there a month, maybe 2 now.
I don't know any of them anymore. I used to know them all.
He is Bob Hamilton's son-in-law.
4 o'clock. I sent it in your.
If you read any news things where a police officer has had to pull a gun or had to do anything to defend anything, you would not want to be a police officer. I'm just saying. They're horrible.
I just need 3.
Everybody attacked that post so quick and so bad. It's
Oh my
like,
God.
you don't even know what happened.
I just sat back and read them and I'm like, you know that people can hear you, right?
My wife and I, we were going through the comments and just some of them, like, all of a sudden everybody knew who it was that was in it and whatever. And so I heard the ambulance get paged out for 1080 shots fired. I'm like, and I have a scanner app on my phone, my tablet at home, whatever, because our portable radios don't pick up police chatter anymore. Jack's getting us new ones, so they'll be able to hear everything again, but, so I turned the scanner on and was listening, and they had called Life Flight in, and then they're all, what's ETA, 23 minutes, and then they're cancel Life Flight. They cancel Life Flight, you already know what's going on.
Right.
So, but, you
And
know,
like people, all you need to comment is, I'm sorry for the victim, I'm sorry for the police officer, or the entire police department for having to deal with any of this,
well,
or log off.
well, and so many people were attacking
That's it.
the Greene County Sheriff's Office because it happened in Greene County. They had nothing to do with it. It was a Boone County that shot the person. It's like,
Oh, it wasn't Greene County?
yeah, it was right over by,
Yeah,
so,
but did the Greene County officers, one of them shoot him?
no.
See, and that's what everybody's thinking.
Because it happened in Greene County. It happened right between the golf course and Readers. There's a low gravel road that goes a half mile up and comes back this way.
And I thought, now, who
right
in Greene County shot him?
Anywhere. Oh,
It's-
I was
Ridiculous.
As far as I know, there's never been a shooting since I've lived here from a Greene County
What do you
employee.
have to do with the Greene County sheriffs?
I'm on the Jefferson Fire Department, so our
And you
radios,
live here in Scranton?
our
How can you
radios.
do that?
So I moved to Iowa in 2012. Joined the Jefferson Fire Department in 2013 because that's where I was living. I was living right by the Catholic church.
I see.
So I've really been on that department for 12 years now. But I moved to Wisconsin for 7 months, and when I moved back, there was nothing available for rent, nothing.
I see.
So,
Whoa.
when I moved into that house I'm in now, I called Jack and said, hey, you know, I moved back, I'm living in Scranton. Can I get back on if that's not a problem? He goes, well, I'll bring it up, but I doubt it will be. So, that's why my pickup has so many lights on it. And people move quickly. So, but, I mean, if Tammy would do that, that'd probably be better, because it's more of
Well, if you
a,
want to do both, that's fine with me as well. I was just telling you that there probably will be another opportunity,
Well,
just on top
I
of
didn't even
that.
think about the library, but the library would be better because there's not so many kids, so it's not so hectic.
Right.
So adults can actually take time and, you know,
Right.
somebody came up to me.
Sweet Treats is just so much of the in and out. There's
Right.
there's not a lot of sit down and talk.
Somebody came up to me and they're like, so what's your outlook on chickens in town? I go, here's the thing. I go, as long as you don't have an obnoxious rooster that's gonna make a whole bunch of noise, and you're doing it so you can supply food to your family,
Doing all that, where they get
don't
supposed
see an issue with it, as long as you clean up after them too.
Yeah, the
Right.
Because of the smell. Anybody that's ever driven past a chicken farm, a truck hauling chicken manure knows
Right, it's nasty.
it's as
You
bad
know
as a
what?
hog building.
The biggest issue is
Yeah, it is,
That-
so that's our property.
that most people don't understand is mayors don't get a vote.
Right,
Right?
So you can ask a mayor
yeah.
what their opinion is, but quite frankly, it
That's all it
doesn't
is.
matter.
That's all it is an opinion.
You better be on the council.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how many people have come up to me and they're like, you need to run for mayor. I'm like, why? They don't have any power. I mean, they do in the outside,
Right.
but in here where the laws and
Right.
the communication, they don't have power.
But see, I don't know
But-
if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but with me running for
People
mayor,
yelling at me.
my fire chief is also the sheriff.
Humble.
So maybe call it
Right.
5 or whatever.
So,
and then 10 goes to the
like I said, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm not
If it'll
involved in that
help,
decision, but it seems
if I
like
do
there's
become mayor, I can be like, hey,
room there.
can we work something out?
You know, something where
It has to be to pay someone.
I'll keep, you know, he knows I have cameras in my house, whatever, and I'm like, I will do,
So, yeah,
I will
the
start
alumni
a
association
gang
isn't
neighborhood
really-
watch program if you want.
I mean,
As
they're
long as you will
involved,
help
but they're not really
patrol a
deciding,
little
right,
more often
I
during
think
these
the
times.
biggest issue we have
They
is
just have to be kind of.
we have a lot of great ordinances. We have a lot of amazing ordinances. We just went over the ordinance book.
Right?
I read that thing cover to cover 5 times.
It's a
We
very
have-
thick book.
Yeah, so
It
they're-
is.
I saw
As soon as you
that, I was
know
like,
you're gonna be
oh
getting paid
my,
this much,
I'm gonna have to read that.
I
if
went up
become
here,
mayor.
and we were going over them, and I brought up the binder that's like this thick, and it had sticky notes all the way down it, and Crystal's like,
So, yeah, multiple phases on
Like,
this.
yeah,
And we could
that's
have the
scary.
agreement signed with
she goes,
the rules and everything,
Yeah.
but it sounds like.
I'm
we're not
like,
gonna
yeah.
monitor
no one knows.
until we get the rules in place.
So,
See,
the biggest issue also is getting those ordinances to be followed and
And that's the,
maintaining them.
but see, that's the nice thing that Crystal said about him, is that he's very proactive in getting things done.
He has been amazing,
See,
Who's that?
the lawyer.
the lawyer,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But see, my outlook is I'm a law-abiding citizen. I follow the rules except for, apparently, one I didn't know, so I was hoping she was gonna stay so I could apologize. Because, well, here's the honest truth. I take my water bill out of the envelope, throw it away. We don't do anything in town. We don't go to sweet treats because my thought on that is, that's for those who are in need of it.
Right.
If we can still go to the grocery store and buy groceries to make food for the next 3 nights, I will worry about 3 days later from there. To me, that doesn't qualify us in need, so we don't go up there. And our kids don't, they get sweets, but not a lot of it. So I'm like, so we don't do a whole lot. So that is my fault. I told Crystal, I was like, hey, look, wife and I never saw it. We take the water bill out, we threw it away. So I brought my dog up. She said, you know, she can't bring it up. And I was like, I'm a simple man. One word question. Why? Well, it's a Jefferson rule.
But yeah, it needs to be brought up at the school that is
Huh?
an immediate concern, but then there needs to be this
Okay.
ongoing.
So I
I mean, there needs to
tried
be
going
this
on the school
next
district
month, something
website,
decided,
looking for rules,
and
whatever.
the rules,
Called
and then
the
probably
main office. I was like, is there a
reevaluation,
place online I can find,
next semester or whatever.
you know, school bus stop rules?
Would be inclement weather.
And the lady answers
I
the
allow
phone. She
them
goes,
in.
I don't know, hold on, let me check. And so she checks, and she goes, well, the superintendent's here. Would you like to speak to him?
So bundle up.
And so I talked to him, I was like,
Or
okay,
let's
this
get
is
this
what
taken
happened.
care of quickly.
I was like, you know, is there a rule? I've never heard of such thing. He goes,
Oh,
in fact, we
I'm
had
gonna tell you right
parents
now, it's
bring their
probably
kids
gonna
to
be
the middle school doors,
or
with
somebody.
2 dogs with a harness
Oh,
and a
look,
leash.
just
Because
by
my
the
dog
sounds of
always
it
has her harness and a leash on.
That dog don't bother nobody.
And so then the next day, because I didn't see the rules,
Yeah, but
you know, I brought her up again and it got a little heated and I was like, look, there are children around. This is not the place you're talking. Live here. If you wanna continue this, come there. And so then I went and talked to Mr. Abbott, and he's like, well, I emailed her and I hadn't got a response. So then he emailed me later that day and sent me a copy of the rules. I was like, okay, so since then I haven't brought my dog.
Yeah, I know.
and
I've watched.
I talked to her about it. She said,
So I now live,
Observe.
I used to live
or they
kind
found
of near
it.
you.
Right.
Now I live over here
And so
by my
she's
mother.
aware that we are
And
meeting
so
tonight.
I can
and that we are
go
going
down
to
the alley and then my
need
kids
to
ride their bike back
Mhm.
and forth. So I just stand there and watch them and I saw you guys got in a heated argument and I was just like, oh shit, I'm about to watch what's going on. I'm like, he looks like a big dude. So I just watched and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here in case she needs help. I'm not gonna do anything because what am I gonna do?
No.
And then
I'm-
you walked away and I'm like, okay, we're good. And then I'm like, well,
Later on that day,
then, then she sent me a message and I'm like, okay, well, we need to get to the bottom of this. Because obviously, we need a bus monitor.
Well, put signs up.
so, I mean,
No pets allowed.
So I think a little bit more communication and not a.
Yes.
but here's the thing, is she posted it on Facebook later that day. Why didn't you do that at the beginning? And all last year, not one word was said, because I brought that very same dog all last year.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's my exercise and my dog's exercise, because I come up, drop the kids off.
Well, and if
Well,
it's a
go
service
walking
dog
down
too,
here.
it's,
Oh, she's
It
not.
wasn't in the notice, so you might have an
She
argument there.
could be, because
I mean,
so
it
many
was
people
kind of
fall in love with her.
modified
Like,
in the
her niece comes
discussion
and knocks on
tonight,
my door now.
but-
Right?
Can we see Luna?
I see them all the time when I'm riding the dog cart. The kids are like,
So
dog!
good
I'm like,
out in the
no. We are not stopping.
Why?
Shh, you just never know with dogs.
My dog has not and never will. I actually have video because, just in case somebody,
You just never know. They could be friendly one minute and then not friendly. My kids are mean sometimes.
it's all in how they're raised.
Well, we can't have a meeting.
A lot.
I mean, I think it's gonna end up
I
getting
gotta find it now,
deliberation.
because there was a kid that walked in front of the house,
Yeah, whenever,
So,
and
if I need to
the dog was out.
who's on the school board? Or,
And-
who's on
but he
the
goes, whoa,
community board?
no?
He was just like, you stay in your yard, you stay in your yard.
Well, I mean, for
And
council.
she just walked down the sidewalk,
Okay,
And Jerry.
okay,
right next to him.
and you're not a voter,
you're ex officio.
yeah.
Yeah, right here.
I feel like it makes sense for her to be on it too, if you're, I don't know, I'm
And Dawn will be,
But,
Dawn will be
yeah,
here.
Dawn will be there. So, yeah, I mean,
Didn't even go
we
near
just
him.
have to be wary of open meetings.
But my dog never
Because
leaves
this
the
is
yard
more
either.
workshop-y, but
Yes.
it's not
So-
gonna be like,
Yeah, I
there
never
is
see
gonna be
that
some
dog out of the
deliberation
yard.
on how to proceed, so that's where I'm
But,
wary.
And I ride around a lot.
Sure, okay.
Just to work out the agreement, and then.
so, but
from
I
there,
guess
discussions
mind.
can happen,
if
you know.
Tammy does decide to do that, let me know, please.
Yes, I will.
We need to post a workshop.
So,
I told her to wait until like the official list comes out and then she can, like otherwise you're not gonna know.
We
Right.
don't for budget,
so,
unless we have it after.
that'll work for me.
It's not an official meeting. That's-
Correct.
Yeah, we're.
Much appreciated.
It's
Yeah.
sort of like you're delegating.
So, sorry I caused such a ruckus in town.
It's all right,
It's not my
Karen. I did
intention.
too.
Wasn't my intention.
Ashley, we took a vote, you're the new monitor until we can fill a spot.
Yep.
Well, November
Good luck
4th.
with that.
Dream on.
November 4th, get out and vote.
Oh, I
Who am I voting for?